Download this code and get free GPT-4o from codegive.com, link in the description below. Certainly. The esp32 and esp8266 are popular microcontroller platforms used for IoT projects. When programming these devices using the Arduino IDE or similar environments, you may encounter exceptions or errors that can be difficult to debug. This is where the exception decoder tool comes in handy. What is exception decoder? The exception decoder is a tool that helps you decode crash dumps generated by the esp32 and esp8266 when they encounter an exception or a fault. By analyzing the crash logs, you can identify the source of the problem in your code, making it easier to fix bugs or issues. Common exceptions. 1. Guru meditation error, a fatal error indicating that the CPU has encountered an issue. 2. Load prohibited, trying to read from an invalid memory address. 3. Store prohibited, trying to write to an invalid memory address. 4. Illegal instruction, the CPU has encountered an invalid instruction. Setup. To use the exception decoder, you need to follow these steps. 1. Install the esp32/esp8266 board in Arduino IDE. Open Arduino IDE. Go to File-Preferences. Add the following URL to the Additional Board Manager URLs field. https://dl.espressif.com/dl/package_esp32_index.json. Go to Tools Dashboards Manager, search for ESP32 or ESP8266 and install the appropriate board package. 2. Install the exception decoder tool. In Arduino IDE, go to Sketch-Include Library-Manage Libraries. Search for ESP exception decoder and install it. Example code. Here's a simple example code that may cause an exception. CPP. #include arduino.h. Void setup. Serial.begin, 115,200. / simulating a crash. Int *p equals null pr, / create a null pointer. Serial.println, *p, / dereference null pointer to cause a crash. Void loop. / nothing here. Uploading and generating exception. 1. Upload the above code to your ESP32/ESP8266. 2. Open the serial monitor, set to 115,200 baud. 3. After a moment, you'll see the device crash, and the serial monitor will display a stack trace similar to this. Guru meditation error, Core 1 panicked, load prohibited. Exception was unhandled. Core 1 register dump. PC, 0x400D2910PS, 0x00060530A0, 0x400D2910A1, 0x3FFB1C50. A2, 0x00000000A3, 0x00000000A4, 0x00000000A5, 0x00000000. A6, 0x3FFB1C50A7, 0x00000000A8, 0x00000000A9, 0x00000000. Backtrace, 0x400D2910:0x3FFB1C50, 0x400D29B4:0x3FFB1C70. Hashtag using the exception decoder. 1. Copy the stack trace, select the stack trace from the serial monitor and copy it. 2. Open the exception decoder, go to Tools-ESP exception decoder. 3. Paste the stack trace, in the exception decoder window, paste the stack trace you copied from the serial monitor. 4. Decode the exception, click on the decode button. The tool will analyze the stack trace and show you the corresponding lines in your code. Understanding the output. The output from the exception decoder will show you the exact line numbers in your code that caused the exception. For example, 0x400D2910, setup, @path/to/your/sketch/sketch.eno line 6. This tells you that the problem occurred in the setup function on line 6 of your sketch. Common fixes. Null pointer dereference, always check if pointers are valid before dereferencing them. Array bounds, ensure you are not accessing out of bounds in arrays. Stack overflow, watch out for deep recursion or excessive local variables. Insufficient memory, ensure your code isn't using more memory than available. Conclusion. The exception decoder is a powerful tool for debugging esp32 and esp8266 applications. By following this tutorial, you should be able to set it up, generate exceptions, and decode them effectively to improve your code and fix issues. Happy coding!